A proper stream is in order as 3 o'clock approaches here at Jay's Geek House. And I am the man of the night, so it's, 3 a.m. What else are you going to do when you're stuck on night shift? What is up, everybody? This is Jay, a.k.a. MultimediaJay, and I would be an idiot if I didn't talk about this. There's a lot that's been going wrong, as you folks may or may not already know. There's a lot that's been going on lately with the 9-to-5ers and with all kinds of other stuff. It's just like life for me feels like I'm running up a down escalator most days. Oh, man. And one of the big things happening right now is that BA2121, the New York variant, essentially, of COVID-19 is going to be coming through. It's already flipping counties in Connecticut over to high levels on the new CDC community levels thing, but I just found out night shift today that we have a whole bunch of people on day shift that are missing this week and that are out this week. I don't know if it's the variant arriving and people are getting sick from it, but I expect it'll be very hard to get anything done over the next couple of weeks as we find out, if you don't get the darn thing, how much money can you make from more hours and overtime while other people are stuck home sick? Yeah, well, I'm sure that will definitely be stressful for the folks in charge as well as HR and whatnot, trying to staff through for this kind of thing, especially when we're getting ready for things to pick up as usual for summer volume season, but we shall have to figure that out one way or another. Welcome to the Late Night Nerd Lounge. I went messing around on Google looking for any kind of show that was using this name, and I just couldn't find one. Maybe I'm old and my Google search results are getting a little rusty, or my Google skills are getting rusty these days. Did it really all start going downhill for me with the smart speakers? I don't know. It was big news from YouTube today. Also, it also made it to Twitter, interestingly enough. There's Lester Chen. Is that his name or is that just his handle? I don't know. Lester, a.k.a. Chen, a.k.a. The head of gaming creators of YouTube, had a picture of a birthday was coming up with today's date, the 11th or something like that. I was like, there's a YouTube announcement, isn't there? And it has something to do with the progression of YouTube as a streaming platform. What do you know? I was right, I guess. So Susan Wojcicki earlier in the year was talking about gifted memberships. And that's one of the things people have been looking for quite some time in terms of feature parity with Twitch and stuff. And here we are with an animated GIF showing the new thing in progress. And I'm actually going to read for you the thing that is on YouTube support now. The article that's been posted. Let's see, how do I keep this the right size? Never done something like this before. So my mouse is on the screen, but we're gonna keep the tweet in the #1 parking spot here. First off, just from the graphic alone with this tweet here. So we can already see there's going to be a problem because everybody's gifted a membership individually. So one of the things about gifted subs on Twitch is that it introduces what's called the oiler culture. Basically, people are like, oh, oil prints and stuff like that. Oiler is a term that refers to someone rich who watches streams that can expresses their status by throwing lots of monetary support towards streamers. So we could be talking about people that are spending $40,000 on a single streamer in the span of, I don't know, a couple months or whatnot. We're talking $2,000 donos. We're talking all kinds of just stuff that makes 0 sense for anybody who's not rich to do. And it's just a way of expressing status. Think of it like the conspicuous consumption, as it were, of live streaming. Much like with conspicuous consumption and luxury brands and things along those lines. If you have the money to do this kind of stuff, it's a form of expressing that, yes, you have money. So it's practically a meme at this point, but it's been missing from YouTube along with other features that enable it. Also, don't forget, if you're involved in a chat with a lot of people throwing lots of gifted stuff around, and maybe you don't have a lot of money, gifted memberships or gifted subs in Twitch's case allow you to basically get some sub benefits even though you don't have a lot of money to spend on subscribing to streamers. So over there, it's ad-free viewing and other stuff. We got to look at the ad side of it too. If YouTube can put that into memberships of some sort, I don't know if they're going to want to, but if they really want feature parity with Twitch, this needs to be a thing. It absolutely needs to be. You know, they can't skimp on that. It's a sacrifice, yes, but for what in terms of publicity? So let me just do some shout outs too. Hachabi and Kyungi, two Korean streamers, their fan bases throw so many gift subs around that I probably have the most gift subs from them out of anywhere else. Anywhere else on Twitch. It's just like constantly, boom, you've been gifted a sub. Boom, you've been gifted a sub. Boom, you've been gifted a... So you see how this works? You know, so the question is, how would YouTube do this? Well, let's read the little thing here, pardon the pointer moving around on the screen. Usually I want my pointer on the screen. This time I don't, but I don't really think I have much of a chance in this. So this is from Jensen over at Team YouTube, and it's interesting that Team YouTube actually posted this update that we have on screen here, or this announcement. Team YouTube is usually a support account for like people having problems with their YouTube channels and stuff like that. Let's take a look at this post from Jensen. I'm just going to read it. It's plain text. I'm sure that just looking at this graphic is more interesting than reading along on the screen. Link is in the description, by the way, if you want to read along. And let's keep the drinks handy here. Hey, creators. Hi, creators. We know you've been eagerly awaiting news about memberships gifting since we shared our future plans last year. Starting tomorrow, we're excited to bring a beta version of channel memberships gifting to a small group of creators, and over the next several months, we'll be actively expanding the feature to even more creators. Subscribe to this post and we'll keep you updated on our membership gifting expansion plans. Creators, if you're interested in testing this early, you can express interest via this request form. Why am I doing quotes for hyperlinks? Whatever. And we'll notify you if you get access over the next few months. With what is memberships gifting? With memberships gifting, your channel members can buy a set number of channel memberships, 5, 10, 20. Is that it, YouTube? What? Come on, the Oilers can gift like hundreds of subs over on Twitch. If YouTube's gonna have Oilers strutting their stuff, look, I'm rich. You're gonna have to set it up so that number can go higher. I think because there's transaction limits, so that way people don't blow too much money on YouTube in a short period of time. That might be an issue, but in terms of Oiler type stuff, it's just like they can purchase up to 20 at a time. You're really gonna make the Oilers click 5 times to gift 100 memberships when that becomes more of a thing? Come on, YouTube, you want to make money off of this, right? There's people with money lying around that like to express their status by doing this stuff. Yeah, and I know as I've seen it in so many Twitch streams. Why else would YouTube do this other than to get in on that action? I see here. All right. So people buy up to 20 in a single purchase that YouTube will gift out to other viewers in your live stream. This is actually quotes, by the way. It's not a hyperlink anymore. Viewers who receive a gift membership get 1 month of access to your channel membership perks like loyalty badges, custom emoji, and more. Viewers who receive gift memberships do not pay any charges. Well, duh, they're gifted. And as the creator, you receive your usual revenue share from each transaction. How can I get membership gifting enabled for my channel? We're not quite ready to make this feature widely available just yet, so we're launching a beta to get feedback and continue developing. What is it? Thanks, Logan. Let's just no. It's supposed to be late night nerd lounge. Let's just stop reading like it's story time in school or even preschool or whatever back in the day. For me, that was a long time ago, so I don't like to dwell on it too much. It would be cool if they had a premium sub like the Prime sub on Twitch if you had YouTube Premium. There is a YouTube answer to Twitch Prime. Like many other features, though, it has been in beta for freaking ever. There was something, I believe 2020, actually, the same time I heard about, what was it called? Creator-led discovery, which now became live redirect, the pseudo rating feature. Somewhat rating feature, I should say. Pseudo has implications for Linux nerds. I'm not saying pseudo raid the streamer, but pseudo jokes, baby. All right, so the thing is, though, this whole thing with the YouTube answer to Twitch Prime, it's one of those many features that's been in beta forever. Technically, Super Thanks has been in beta forever too. So super thanks is, of course, donos on videos, which if I ever receive any super thanks, there will be special videos or some kind of shout out to the people who did super thanks, or we'll do shout outs to the people who gave super thanks on stream or something like that. Bottom line, there will be that might be a good idea, actually. Kind of like a community feedback thing. So, respond to comments that are super thanks and things like that. Just don't post anything inappropriate. That might be something we could try. First, you need people watching you, you dumbass. I know, right? It's just a matter of, the thing is, one of the central features of my channel is I want people to watch because they want to, not because of some silly gimmick. I'm more than capable of having like jobs and stuff for money. So it's just cool if, this stuff ever, works out in that respect. That's not the way it is for all this stuff, though. I'm just smart enough to not ever want to go full time. Just far too many content creators get tanked by the need to pay bills with stuff they used to previously enjoy and do for fun. It's just not a fun thing to do to yourself. Let's see here. Let's get back to let's go back to the little category, the little paragraph here. We're not quite ready to make this widely available just yet, so we're launching a beta to get feedback and continue developing features. For example, purchasing gift memberships on mobile isn't available. What? Oh, on mobile isn't available during the beta, which we'll have in place for full launch. Yeah, that's huge because there are a lot of parts of the world where YouTube is the biggest streaming platform, primarily because mobile is the most common computing device in those parts of the world. In the meantime, if you're interested in getting access, let me just put the stream health messages on here. So if Team YouTube is like, why are you showing our graphic for your entire stream? I'll get the warning message and we can just take it down. Let's see here, because that's how streaming works on more mature platform or more grown-up platforms like this. Let's see. Yeah, so gifting memberships on mobile, not until the full launch. Okay, next. In the meantime, if you're interested in getting access to membership gifting as soon as you're ready to add more creators, as soon as we're ready to add more creators to our tests, you can express an interest via this form, and we'll let you know if you're eligible as we roll this out over the next few months. So here's the problem with, let me show them this graphic enough for now. We'll just break up the monotony of my face with it. Whatever. So here's the situation with that form. I guarantee you that form is going to get flooded with everybody wanting to get in on the beta, because anybody who's streaming on YouTube knows full well this is a cultural step forward for YouTube as a streaming platform. It's a push towards feature parity with Twitch. One of the many things that YouTube has needed to do for the longest time to achieve that. You express interest via this form, I'll let you know, That form is going to get flooded because everybody knows the minute they get gifted memberships, Oilers can become a thing on their channels. I don't see why anybody wouldn't just... I think everybody who streams on YouTube that knows anything at all about streaming should fill out that form, and they probably will. YouTube is probably going to have a huge problem on their hands with everybody wanting in on the beta, because I guarantee you they'll be posting, wow, demand was really high. We're glad people are interested in this feature, but blah, 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 blah. Insert caveat here. No freaking way, man. Absolutely not going to work. No, people are going to flood that form. This is a cultural thing that's missing on YouTube in the streaming thing. Of course, they could also work on some other things too, like, for example, a UI that lets you actually look for streams without too many extra clicks. Something that the current UI does not currently really do well with. So, if I want to watch streams on YouTube, I need to be able to say, I want to watch streams on YouTube and see a huge left panel full of either algorithmically recommended... Why do we have some flies in here? It's too cold for them. Whatever. So I want to see an algorithmically recommended panel on the left, and I want it to load up with that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. It's warm enough for there to be bugs. I guess we'll be getting chimney swifts in the chimney very sooner rather than later. Chirp, 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 chirp. We'll worry about that when it gets here. Yeah, but this is the thing. YouTube could work on a better UI. They could set it up to where it doesn't have to be the other way around. Here's how streaming works on YouTube. People have to know about you first. Then they might catch a live stream if they're in the right time slot for it. Otherwise, there's definitely a VOD culture, as the Twitch people would call it, over here on YouTube. Because streams become videos when they're done processing, and they get treated like videos and passed around. It's just a little bit more niche with the metadata in terms of whether or not they get recommended. But if you actually cover a decent sized topic, you might actually get into like stream directories like YouTube gaming and stuff like that for game streams. So it is possible to have some discoverability for streaming, but streaming discoverability is still just as gimped on YouTube as it is anywhere else. So there's a limitation of the format at least as much as anything anybody else talks about here. So yeah, it's just YouTube has to get all these ducks in a row here. And then gifted memberships. Well, gifted memberships is a culture that, cultural advance for YouTube as a streaming platform. And it's also kind of sticking it to e-begging the hatred for monetary support of content creators that has been so ingrained over here for the longest time. Is this really what's finally got to break the ice on this stuff? Because, over on streaming platforms, it's kind of gamified, goes too far in the other direction. But when you can't talk about, like, crowdfunding a gaming PC for a gaming channel without people flipping out in the comments, it's like, no. Nobody has to feel compelled to support creators. That's the whole thing. It's just... That's the thing. I'm waiting for the song. I hope I get into the beta, says Morris. Welcome, Morris. Yeah, so the beta is going to be flooded. I'm telling you right now, because everybody knows what this represents. It's a step forward for YouTube culturally as a streaming platform. So the people who get this are going to be ahead of the curve. And if there are Oilers out there that can't currently be Oilers, the people that get into the beta are going to allow them to do it first. I just hope it isn't a situation. By the way, thanks for reminding me once again that YouTube's own live control room concurrent counter is completely busted. And the times when I think I'm talking to dead air, not always the case. But this is a step forward when it comes to YouTube and the streaming culture that exists on YouTube. But it's the sort of thing where somebody absolutely has to be just pushing for this, long as they get this fixed too. And I just hope that they can do something about the way YouTube chat scrolls, because it just gets unreadable when it gets too fast. There are add-ons though, like say 7TV or BTTV, that actually bring back the jerky text scrolling that you'll find like on Twitch and stuff, instead of it being smooth scrolling. So it helps makes things more readable. But why should you need browser extensions to get what you already get through the default UI on a competing platform? That's part of the issue here. Let's see here. How long before Ludwig does a member-thon? Lol. That's the thing. It's just like, the sooner YouTube gets its stuff together, the sooner that Twitch lands in the hot seat. Whether it's... Haha, that still works! Truckers are rolling this morning. Woo! Last time I checked with my darn alerts, Stream Elements was glitching out after 2 or 3 of those. So... thank you for the sub. I don't even have the list open because it's been broken for so long. Glad that still works. So, how do I get membership gifting? Let me read this here. Yeah. So, what were we talking about again? Yeah. Anyways, channel gifted memberships. I really hope that there's got to be somebody pressuring somebody at YouTube to get this done, because they know what it represents. Oh yeah, Twitch culture. And how long before Ludwig does a member-thon? The sooner that YouTube gets their stuff together, the sooner Twitch gets in the hot seat and has to seriously look at how they treat their own creators. Sub splits, we know people have been talking about it with the news of the elevated sub split no longer being a thing, but there's something psychological going on with streaming and the whole parasocial thing with the fake relationships, feeling a connection with a streamer that isn't really there. Streaming the way Twitch does it is a new technology. Streaming's been around for a long time. I remember TV stations flirting with it. ABC has traditionally been very, very pro-technology with streaming. ABC News Now has been around for a very long time, and now they stream on YouTube. But I remember they had a dedicated site. Used to be that a lot of like local channels, even WFSB in Connecticut here in my neck of the woods, had like a alternative like news feed thing that would stream all the time. I think it was called Eyewitness News Now. But the streaming that Twitch made popular is incredibly new, and so we might as well treat it like a new technology. So when it's new, it's going to be niche, and we may not know necessarily what to do with it, or how to, say, train people to properly be responsible with it. So it's going to take, obviously, the technology often takes 30 years to go mainstream. But I think about, the parasocial relationships and all the problems that Twitch culture causes for stuff with this kind of stuff. When is it going to be the case that people are a bit smarter about the fact that talking to streamers through chat is not any kind of friendship whatsoever? You may like them, then they might be glad they're entertaining you, but really, if it's one person versus a bunch of names in chat, that person has no chance unless they put in some extra effort of having any idea of who those people are or what they do or what have you. So it just comes with the turf. And the same thing would be true in an offline venue as well. If you're in a band singing to 1,000 people in a stadium or something, you have no chance you might recognize some faces in the audience, but you don't really have any chance of becoming friends with all 1,000 people. It's just part of the awkwardness of mass communications like this. But yeah, it's just one of those things where the sooner YouTube gets their stuff together, Twitch is going to have to rethink some things, like some of their policies and, of course, the sub split and things like that. We're in a situation now where some Twitch streamers are diversifying and coming over and setting up YouTube channels. Those YouTube channels, even if they're stream highlights, are big enough to have a membership button. So if you really, really like a streamer and you want to support them and you can do without trying to be in chat, emotes, etc., or maybe run an ad blocker or something for Twitch, I don't know. If you can do without this, and better yet, if you're in a big enough streamers audience that they have enough Oilers that constantly gift you subs anyways, why wouldn't you just buy a membership on YouTube, support the streamer more through a better split, and then the Oilers don't lose you as a potential gift sub person over on Twitch when they strut their stuff with 100, 200 gifted subs or whatever, trying to top that leaderboard because it's all gamified over there. I think we're heading towards a reshuffle of all of this. It's like I say, Twitch exists because YouTube and to an extent Facebook can't get their stuff together. When they do get their stuff together, though, that's when Twitch is forced to have to rethink some very serious, long-held elements of the platform. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, if we get to it. Remember, this is YouTube we're talking about. YouTube can get pretty darn slow at actually taking stuff from beta to somewhat resembling a real feature. Technically, Super Thanks isn't even out of beta. So, I don't know. Member-a-thon doesn't seem to roll off the tongue as well as Subathon, though. Although, if Ludwig did something like that, I don't know. I don't really follow Ludwig's, except for a mogul mail every so often when someone else mentions it, like if Asmongold talks about it or something. I don't really follow Ludwig all that much. Not really my kind of style for content creators that I watch. I know plus I know that he wants out. It's pretty well known that he wants to put in some years streaming, and then at some point he wants to go into the industry more generally and not really stay a streamer for too long at a time. But that's another discussion. Unless Devin Nash was wrong, of course. All right, let's take a look back at this membership gifting article while that keeps rolling along on the screen. All right, so we know that the form that they're having fill out is going to get flooded. How does membership gifting work? Let's take a look at the bullet points that YouTube talks about here with regards to how their take on gifted subs is going to work here. So existing channel members can click the money button next to the live chat to purchase gift memberships on live streams. Membership gifting is only available for viewers to purchase on desktop live streams. We are working on bringing this to mobile soon. So anybody... Oh, wait a minute. Does that mean that IRL streamers doing stuff on their phones can't? That might be part of it, too. I thought they meant on a computer, watching YouTube on a computer versus the mobile app. Interesting. It's a beta feature, though. There's going to be limited stuff until it's ready to go. But yeah, so existing channel members... so do you have to be an existing channel member? What if somebody like streamers stopping by, they might not be subbed to some other streamer or whatnot. And so, but they gift some subs because they lost a bet or something. And it's a one-off deal. I don't know. I think with isn't that the case over on Twitch? Let me go to a neutral browser like MS Edge. Take me to twitch.tv. Oh, please. Hi, this is Edge, and it's not your browser. Hi, this is Edge. It's not your main browser yet. Oh, look, I'm being recommended to XQC's channel with my neutral browser here. So if I come in here with no account whatsoever, oh, I can subscribe, but I could also, oh, I guess I do have to subscribe first. Oh, okay. Let me go into, let me just fire this up here. This doesn't take over the graphics, right? If I do it this way. Let me go to someone I'm not subscribed to on Twitch right now, which is, let's go to Marine Mammal Rescue. Animal Stream. Let's see. Oh, Twitch is muted. So if I subscribe, if I go to subscribe to the Marine Mammal Rescue channel, let me see. Oh, I can gift subs. I can gift subs without subscribing. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I saw this over on Twitch. Let's get rid of that. Darn overlay issues blanking out the graphic that we're doing for this. Yeah, I thought so. So, I don't know, maybe YouTube will sneak that in at some point because it's the sort of thing. Maybe somebody would want to do that. Let's see here. All right, so existing channel members are the ones that gift. I don't know. Randos can't stop by. Oilers can't stop by. Interesting. Viewers opt in to be eligible. Oh, it's only during the beta. I thought they were repeating that issue with live redirect where you have to opt into it in order for the feature to work, which I think will heavily restrict it unless you can very easily do that. People don't like playing around with settings and stuff. They just want to see stuff happen and do stuff. All right, step 2. Viewers opt in to be eligible to receive gifts on a channel. During the beta, the only way to opt in is to click Allow Gifts on a gift membership announcement. It shows in the live chat when someone has purchased gift memberships. So you have to opt in to even receive a gift membership. Okay, well, I suppose this is a more mature platform with different generations of people that might not be nerding out on Twitch. So there might be some people where if they receive a gifted membership, they won't even know what it is. Okay, I guess that makes sense given the more general purpose use of this channel. Plus, also, it may be the case where if there's a bot account or something like that, you don't want to accidentally gift a sub to a bot, so to speak. Bit of a problem on YouTube when, oh, I'm going to be generous and gift 5 subs, and the subs go to Streamlabs, Stream Elements, MooBot, and Commander Root or something. I know gifting subs to bots can be a problem. Heck, there was even a time when Twitch had some kind of award thing, and they gave an award to a bot. I think it was like most chat messages or something, and they accidentally gave it to a bot. It was what, electrical longboard? It was a while ago. Let's see here. Step 3, YouTube distributes gift memberships to viewers based on how much they interact with your channel. So loyal viewers who are always watching and interacting with your content are more likely to receive gift memberships. This is my favorite part of the entire feature right here, is that gift memberships, if you can receive and whatnot, first you have to say, yeah, I want a gift membership, turn on the feature when it goes live, I'm guessing. But gift memberships are based on how much they interact with your channel. So your biggest fans who aren't already members are top of the priority list. That's cool. Or have better odds, I should say. I'm curious how they'll tune those odds, though. They're pretty cool. They, show up to streams, eventually get gifted. That's basically how it works on Twitch, by the way. If you're not an Oiler, if you're strapped for cash, you can still get gift subs if you're in the right people's communities, so to speak. The right people's chats, anyways. Loyal viewers are always watching and interacting with your content are more likely to receive gift memberships. Number 4, viewers get notified with a personal live chat message and email if they receive a gift membership. Gift memberships are non-recurring, and viewers who receive gift memberships don't have to pay anything to get access to the benefits. I know on Twitch you can actually gift subs like blocks at a time and stuff along those lines. So I don't know if YouTube will roll that out later on, but for now they just got to get it working, get it out of beta and get it on both platforms here, mobile and desktop. A few more, I'm sure there'll be a creator insider video with all of this information soon if there isn't already. A few more important details. Gift memberships use the same 70-30 revenue split, 70% to the creator, where revenue share is calculated after App Store fees on iOS if applicable, and other charges like sales tax. That's always a good thing. So that way you don't have to deal with use tax stuff from your local state tax collectors. So let's see here. I might be biased. Connecticut pursued that aggressively until it became more of a thing. So, The nutmeg state, baby. One of the few things we're known for. Ha ha! Connecticut is why you pay sales tax on online purchases more often. New England. We hope you're... it's better. I suppose it's better than something else we could be infamous for. All right. Let's see here. Existing channel members can't receive a gifted membership. We want to share the love with potential new channel members. You know what would be cool? I wonder if YouTube, I mean, if that, I don't want to recommend something like the loot table in ESO, but imagine if, hey, I'm not roboting, am I? I mean, if good. So paranoid about that. That one time I got roboted when I went to stream. But let's see here. You know what would be cool? I think YouTube should really rethink that. YouTube should really, really rethink that stuff. Because think like Elder Scrolls Online, the loot table system. You have to exhaust the loot table before you start getting duplicates. Imagine if we applied that to this. So let's suppose everybody watching, let's suppose that everybody watching is either a member or has now been given a gifted membership because you have the most generous Oilers in YouTube gaming in your channels. So imagine if when there were no eligible people to receive a gifted membership, that gifted memberships gave you free months with your existing membership. So, okay, you paid for this month, next month is free. And then I think YouTube could actually, the thing is that's part of how it works on Twitch though, is that it seems like, there's no more targets, so to speak, for subs if everybody's already subscribed because someone gifted subs to the rest of the audience. So what do you do if some Oiler wants to strut their stuff and gift more? So I really think YouTube should reconsider that. So first order of business is for everybody in the chat to get a gifted membership if they're not already a channel member. And then afterwards, give free months on top of that. Like, start stacking it up. Bottom line is, if the Oilers want to spend the money, let them strut their stuff and go for their, like, status symbol or whatever. But there should always be somebody who can receive a gifted membership, just like on Twitch. There should always be somebody who can receive a gifted sub. It's the sort of thing where if that's what people want to do, that's their thing. We may have different opinions on it, but it is what it is, and it's part of streaming culture at this point. We hope you are as excited about memberships gifting as we are. Stay tuned for even more updates about this feature soon. Hope you gift it a try tomorrow. Oh, come on, Jensen from Team YouTube. That's worse than my jokes. Grown away, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Jensen from Team YouTube. Now, this is interesting. If anybody wants to talk about this in the chat, we've basically read the article. Now, if you want to do some more conversations about all of this, by all means, do so. Let's see here. The thing I like the most about this, besides the feature parity with Twitch, though, is of course that it's going to go to algorithmically who's engaged with you the most. That's something that I think would only be a thing on YouTube, with all the things about tracking watch time and stuff along those lines. Plus, it'd be cool if we had an Oiler show up. If I was doing something with memberships, if I was doing this kind of thing, it'd be cool, like if an Oiler showed up or something like that, when I have some folks that might be strapped for cash in my audience and whatnot, and they all get memberships as a result of this. I suppose this means I really should take a look at memberships then. The thing is, the reason why I haven't really looked at memberships for things like the tech videos and stuff is just, what can I do besides put like custom emotes in for stream chat? This is like, what could I possibly do for that? That would benefit from that sort of thing. What perks are even available for channel memberships? Let's stay out of browser mode and let's actually take a look at that. I think we're done with this graphic as well as Chrome in general. Let me just open that up. If I go to set up channel memberships right now, go to channel content, get me into my creator studio here, and let me take a look at this. So settings, how do we set this up? I don't even know where the monetization. Oh, no. It's probably under the monetization tab. Let me just go to that. Monetization memberships. Fans can become members of your channel, paying a monthly fee in return for special perks. What are the special perks that are available? Well, let's see here. Set memberships offer upload badges and emojis. Memberships are all about that personal connection. Upload members-only badges and emoji that let your biggest fans stand out from the crowd in comments and live chat. Yeah, but can you use them on other channels? That's one of the things people are asking about. If you have a channel membership, can you take those special emotes and stuff, emojis, excuse me, over to someone else's channel? So that's part of the culture too. Is people comment on other people's emotes over on Twitch. This needs to be a thing on YouTube as well. Post to welcome new members. So it's just badges and emoji? That's not very interesting. Not compared to like ad-free viewing. Of course, is YouTube going to spring for that, given Twitch is currently in the ringer with ads? So trying to get their partners to play more ads. What the heck, man? Early video releases. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's another, well, actually, videos can be members only. You can set it to members only and then have it switch over and then switch it over later. I don't know if you can make it automatic yet, but that's another perk as well. But I think ad-free viewing would be huge. Good luck getting YouTube to agree to something like that. What with the problems going on at Twitch at this time, like Twitch ad scheduler, the mid-roll problems, all this other crap. Yeah. I know you can do member-only videos and streams. So I don't know if you could do that with a YouTube membership, though. I know that you could do member-only videos and streams. So the thing is, though, and this is one of those things that makes me old. I'm a grumpy old YouTube nerd. I can't run away from what I am. Darn kids, get off my lawn. Well, once upon a time, in the 2000s, I think, long before any of this culture became a thing with streams, there's actually a YouTuber that started his own website and tried to paywall his content on a private website. It didn't go over very well. People were furious at the guy, and some people expressed that, first of all, he had a bad audience to begin with. So it's one of those things where you grow through negativity, you end up with an audience that reflects that negativity that you've grown with. So he had a very toxic audience. He was flipping out in one of his videos because a bunch of his toxic fans stole his content by downloading it off of his website and were reposting it on YouTube or some other site. So one person paid the membership and they stole all the content and reposted it somewhere else and then gave people the link. He was furious. So there's an element of what do you get involved with this kind of stuff. And member-only videos and streams always kind of reminds me too much of that. It's like, same thing too. You go over on Twitch, you go to watch somebody, you find out that they're paywalling their VODs, even though Twitch has kind of blah numbers, especially for smaller creators with that kind of thing. But here's the thing. How do people find out about you and whether they should watch your stream if there's nothing for them to watch? The problem is, though, if you do, like, say, traditional media, and you make, like, one free episode and everything else is paywalled, you start looking like commercial television again. And then how is this internet stuff any different or any better if we're bringing back traditional media via the way we manage it? I don't know. The idea of members-only content, it's there, but it's a sort of thing where people have to be willing to accept that it's a thing before it won't be a source of problems for you. See here. All right. Some more stuff this way. So yeah, I'm not so sure about members-only stuff. I think ad-free viewing would actually be a lot cooler. So, but then we just have the YouTube Premium problem all over again. Ads scale, fixed memberships do not. But I really think one of the things keeping people from buying memberships, unless it's out of the goodwill of their being charitable to somebody, is that, you know, Twitch has something like ad-free viewing tacked into subs. Although it is possible for Twitch streamers to still show ads to people that are subbed. I don't know one single Twitch streamer that does that, because they know it would create a serious uproar in their chat. I just don't see that working out. Anyways, our data suggests significant promotion and perks will be necessary to convert your viewers into members. Yeah, well, YouTube, you got to make YouTube membership more interesting. So it's just, the only thing I could really use memberships for is to deprecate the Patreon. But Patreon actually has a better split. The problem is people don't like clicking off to other stuff. So, and then of course there's the question of what do you pay for? I'm on a No, I have a variety channel that's run like it's the 2000s. How on earth do you spend like $1, $3 a month or something like that when you're looking for tech videos if I'm doing like games for the month or something? Of course, you can toggle it on and off. That's always an option. Definitely a thing to consider in this day and age where everybody wants to put subs on everything. But yeah, I guess I'll take a look at it at some point, but it doesn't really have much. I'd have to spend time making emotes and stuff like that for chat. And then it is a matter of getting people to watch streams in the first place. And if we have a situation where the time zone is the biggest issue and me streaming at this time of night is the biggest issue with getting people to watch my streams, because folks watch my tech videos who work day shift or something like that, how does that work? Especially when you can't use it when it's live anyways. So what do the emojis do if you're not up at like 3 a.m. to see me stream? And I've made a commitment that streaming is something that's only part of what I do, in part by just being over here in the first place. How does that even work? Anyways, let me just go into, I can see who subbed to me if it's shared publicly. If I go into my creator studio, you get the names, the name here, just do some thanks for that sort of stuff. Dashboard, do dashboard, Shigete, No, not showing up at all. Nope, not showing up at all. Either it's not showing here or the sub isn't public. Or the subs aren't public. That's another big thing with YouTube as well, is that people can just sub privately. I like having the little alert on the screen, but that's also why one of the reasons why I don't show a name when alerts pop up as well. Plus, someone could do like a inappropriate name or something like that. But yeah, gifted memberships. Why don't we take a look at what Twitter's saying about it? Probably not the best thing to do. It's probably not a good idea to do this, but you just see what kind of stuff Twitter is saying about this. Twitter.com, You can switch it back to normal size text. Gifted memberships. See what we have here. Latest. See what people are saying. Oh, look, Dexerto is already on it. Let's see here. Look at these people. They call me. I don't know if that's the guy that caused all the drama earlier. Some beta style. People are reporting the news on it. Yeah. Huh. Oh, look at this. I don't recommend looking this up. People are saying the most random stuff, or it's news outlets that are reporting it. No, I don't think so. All right, that's enough Twitter crap. Ye old Twitter. Why does Twitter have to be such a reliable source of rubbish? It's just... And Elon Musk seriously thinks he can make that better? Good luck. Wow. Yeah. Anything else in the chat before I call it a morning here? I actually have to get up early to take care of some stuff before heading off to work. Wednesday is the quietest day of the week, so best time to run errands if I have some things to do in the meantime. Give it a little bit of time here. Yeah, gifted memberships. Interesting. You still love watching videos as a kid, especially when you start installing Windows 10, everything goes to pot. What is this? Used to love watching your videos, especially ones that start installing Windows 10. Hey, I got an e-machine that I've been doing that too. Oh, yeah, why don't we talk about that? So part 4 of the e-machine thing. Let's see what Twitter thinks about this. Is 10 seconds before disaster. Indeed, Logan, indeed. Whether it's bots or sock puppets or rubbish or da-da-da. Yeah, so the next thing we're going to do with that thing, I figured it was the memory controller that was a problem, but I don't care. It's just like tinkering with computers, even if we know it probably won't work. That's video content waiting to happen as far as I'm concerned. I'm legit curious if maybe other types of RAM, like the Kasunis that I used with Midnaughts, might actually give better results. There's actually 2 versions of that chipset. One of them was limited to 3 gigs of RAM, and then I think the e-machine one was the nerfed version of it that couldn't go past 2 officially. We've gotten the 2.75 out of 4. We got more with 32-bit Windows, but that was with different RAM. I thought it was the 32-bit limit there, but let's see here. Are we going to do that redirect test? Says Logan. What, are you live right now? Should I raid you? I'd have to check live redirect on that sort of thing. that do that redirect test. Yeah, but the thing is, I won't be live afterwards, so we'd have to do things the other way and that sort of thing. But yeah, in terms of Ben, Tom, which name is it? Yeah, so Windows 10, we're toying around with an e-machine right now. I got some other things to do as well. There's actually, I have a new ring light for the stream equipment that I've been meaning to do something with, and it's one of those things that's still sitting in the box over there. I don't know. Maybe the redirect test should be something we do as part of some collaboration or something on a weekend during, a time when there might be more people from North America up as opposed to right now. But this would be kind of cool to see live redirect in action. So we'll just have to plan that out and stuff and bounce folks over to each other. Start talking about computers, basically. Take like a prime time or something like that. The problem is this weekend I actually have some stuff I got to take care of with medical type stuff that require me to go to a hospital in the late evening. So I don't know if this weekend would be good for it. But live redirect, it'll be cool when it works, but it's just a couple of dumb limitations that YouTube needs to fix on that. Hopefully they don't do the same thing with gifted memberships. Not now, of course, lol, but just wondering. Yeah, you'd basically be rating yourself. We need to really kind of drum up an audience talking about computers and stuff. Whatever happened to the Dellosaurus? This is YouTube. There's videos about that. Also, long story, it's Daniel. I don't know. But let's see here. Yeah, well, so how far back are we going with the Dellosaurus story? Because the original Dell that my dad had just couldn't do anything. I kept the case to put something in it, but it's going to require some actual physical modification to make everything in there. So we have that going on as well. So we have that kind of stuff going on as well. But Dellosaurus for me these days is actually 2 Sandy Bridge and Ivy Bridge Dell machines. So you probably already know that then. Yeah, well, the videos are still up there. We just dig around for it. Decommissioning the Dellosaurus and stuff. That was the end of 2016 that we finished off the original Dellosaurus. And then 2017 was when the new one came in and stuff like that. The problem is, we got to figure out what to do about the Dellosaurus with Windows 11 with the limitations and stuff. There's ways of getting Windows 11 working on older systems. However, I don't want to have Hackintosh problems, which is why I'm going to build a new system for the Windows 11 era. But first, we got to find out when the heck is Microsoft ever going to do that. I still think whenever Windows 10 goes EOL, we're going to be talking about it being the new Windows XP. People don't want to get rid of it. And Microsoft kind of has to extend the service life of it or something. But, all right, let's just... 346 of the Geek House vroom vroom guy usually goes out to work around 4 a.m. So got to get up early and get everything going. So this has been my little late night nerd lounge on the gifted memberships feature on YouTube. So let's see. DVR mode's available. Also, just leave it up and stuff. Put in a click. Well, do I really need a clickable program guide? Because there's really no recap here. I don't even think we need that. We just flip it over to public, put it in the streams thing, and go to sleep. Let the Sunlight lovers come in and catch up later on with this one specifically. All right. Well then, let's call it a morning. Try and get some more sleep, although I did just wake myself up by streaming again. I was ready to zonk out earlier. Gifted memberships. Let's just hope it doesn't go in the direction of what Live Redirect went in, with some screwball limitation at the last second. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.